Good evening, believers. How are you doing today? This is Love Coach Dasha coming to you tonight for the Healing Hour Live. I'm a little late. My son had a lacrosse game, and doggone it, he thought he was going to play, ended up not playing, not getting to be the goalie this time. But that's okay. That's all right. Hopefully next week he will be goalie for his team. So I came in a little bit late today. So come on in. If you've never been with me before, I'm Love Coach Dasha, and I am here to talk to you today about getting on the healing path after infidelity. You have been cheated on. You've been through terrible trauma, but this is still your honey. You still love him. You still would like to be with him. You'd still like to work things out. You want to be trusting again. You want to be loving again. You want to open up your heart again. I am totally for that. I think that's a good idea. If this is the person for you that you are willing to make that kind of work and sacrifice work for, then I believe that you have found the one. If you have found the person that is really worth all this to you, then I am here to help you work it out. Stick around, stay through this, get through this trauma, and feel better. All right? So if you want to talk to me, want to figure out how to work with me, go ahead and message me, and I'll get right back to you, okay? All right. So let me make sure I can see everything. Come on in, come on in. Give me likes, give me love. Let me know that you're here. Say hi. And where am I? Refresh it. I can't find myself. All right. Should be. There it is. All right. Lovely. Can see everything now. All right. So, why I always want to talk to you about what you can do about joining this healing path. Hey, LaQuisha. See you over there on Instagram. What I want you to know is that you are capable of healing from this trauma, okay? You are capable of doing things that are going to make you feel better. You need to do them consistently. You need to be doing them with some effort in mind, a decision made up in your mind that you do want to feel better, but you can feel better. And you don't need somebody else to help you to do that. You don't need that. You can make yourself feel much, much better and be in a better place to move forward with the relationship. You can't really move forward until you have dealt with some of the trauma. If you are day in and day out wrestling with it, feeling disgusted and angry and hurt and horrified day after day after day, you're not going to be able to get to the relationship part to actually fix the relationship, to be able to be together. But if you start working on those emotions, regulating those emotions, calming yourself down, getting control over them again, and not letting your brain just go off into autopilot like it does when you are typically stressed and anxious, then you're going to have a much easier time getting along with your honey again, opening up yourself to them again, getting past this. All right. But you got to be doing these things. You got to be doing some things. You cannot just be sitting there waiting for this to happen. Okay. All right. Let me see. Who said hey? Hello. Hold on. I can't see. Let me open this. Come on, where is it expanded? There we go. All right, Christina. Hello. It's been a minute. How you doing, girl? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. All right. If you got questions, make sure you let me know. Ask me questions. I am here for you. I'm here to answer your questions. I'm here to help get you on the healing path. That's my whole goal with this. I'm not gatekeeping any information. Whatever it is that you want to know, I will answer your question, okay? We will figure it out how you get past this together. All right. All right. Lovely, lovely. So the very first thing that I need you to be doing, and if you're not doing it, you need to start. You need to do your deep breathing. Have you been doing your deep breathing? If you have not been doing that, you are doing yourself a disservice. You need to calmly and slowly inhale and exhale. That is, it seems like such a simple thing, right? But it's really not. It is way more complex than you think because when you have trauma, that is a physical thing. That is not just, oh, somebody hurt my feelings. Your body responds physically. And so when you're anxious and stressed out about this trauma, your brain goes into fight or flight mode, which is a change in the way you breathe. Your breathing is faster, it's more shallow, you don't get enough oxygen in, you don't exhale enough carbon dioxide out. That is why the deep breathing is so important. You need to be doing that on a regular basis because you show your brain, hey, 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 I am not in fight or flight mode. I am fine. I am taking care of myself. I am safe. I don't need all that reaction right now. And that helps a lot. If you get that fight or flight, that animal reaction down a little bit, get it to calm down and relax a little bit, it's going to be a lot easier for you to get past this and get to a better place in the relationship. So we do 4-7-8 breathing. There's lots of different patterns that you can do. I don't care what pattern you're doing as long as you're doing it. All right. 5 times a day. That is all throughout the day. You are paying attention to your breath. You are deeply inhaling. You are fully exhaling. You are taking some time for yourself. It's self-care, okay? So 5 times a day, all right? And we're going to do the 4-7-8. What you're going to do is blow out. Then you're going to inhale through your nose. If you can't breathe through your nose, that's fine. I got allergies, but inhale for a count of 4, hold your breath for a count of 7, and then blow out like you're blowing out an entire cake full of birthday candles for a count of 8. All right. By the time you do this 2 or 3 times, you'll have it. All right. Even if you smoke, if you have issues with your breathing, follow along with me. You'll get it. All right. So we're going to do our deep breathing. Come on in here. Get ready for the deep breathing. Christina, you said I've been really good. Let's spend a lot of time getting ready for our wedding this October. I know that's right. That's a Thirsty Thursday right there, Christina. Hey, Valerie, glad you're here. Hello, hello. We're about to do our deep breathing, all right? Everybody with me? All right, everybody sit up straight. Good posture is always good for this. You're going to blow out, exhale, and empty your lungs. Inhale through your nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blow out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blow out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blow out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lovely, right? How does it feel when you do your deep breathing? Let me know. Let me know. If you've been doing your deep breathing on a regular basis, you should be feeling like you have like active control of your brain. You are feeding it the oxygen that it needs. You are exhaling the excess carbon dioxide because if you have that excess carbon dioxide, your brain thinks there's something wrong. So if you are exhaling that excess carbon dioxide, your brain is like, oh, nothing's wrong. You're fine. And then it will let you calm down. So if you're doing this on a regular basis, you need to do this consistently. 5 times a day. I'm going to say it again. Consistently doing it. It's going to bring that anxiety level from way up here all the way down to a manageable level. And that's where you need it to be. And I have it way up in the sky and actually do anything about it, right? If your anxiety level is so high that you can't reach it, you're not going to be able to calm it down. You're not going to be able to slow down. But if you're doing your deep breathing, it's slowly bumping it down day by day, time by time you're doing it, and then you can get control over it. All right. So that's the first thing. Second thing, always, always, always do your journaling. You've been doing your journaling. Just sit down, get yourself a journal. It doesn't matter what kind of journal you use. I picked this one up at Family Dollar on the clearance $1. Fine. This one, I think it's $100 free. Look at that. Work hard, dream big. Isn't that beautiful? Got nice line pages in it. Whatever you're using, I don't care what it is, as long as you're using eggs. Okay, sit down and do your journaling like you do for your care, for your self care. Sit down and pay attention to yourself. 5 minutes. Ask for a book. Ask for 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening. Okay, before you go to bed. I want you to sit down with your feelings. I want you to write them down. I want you to plan your day. If you are anticipating that you're going to have triggers that day, write down what the trigger may be. Write down how you'll handle it. Anticipate that stuff. And at the end of the day, come back and talk about how your day went, how you could have done better, and how you did better. And you have excellent notes. You are a scientist at this point. You are paying attention to your feelings, writing all this stuff down. You're going to have good data to be able to go back and say, oh, this thing triggers me. This thing makes me feel better. This it makes me feel a little funky, but I don't flip out, so it seems to be okay. You will know those things writing them down. Okay, write them down. All right, you need to be using your journal. Let me know. Do you journal? Have you been journaling regularly? If you're doing that, I need you to write your dates, your time, and your level of anxiety. Those three things are always going to go in your journal entries. First things first, date, time, level of anxiety at the top. And then at the end, when you're getting ready to be done with your journaling session, write down what the anxiety level is for you. Right? Date and time, that's going to help you to go back and say, oh, every night at 9:20 p.m., I am going to have some problems. I'm going to have some anxiety. I'm going to be having thoughts. Okay, I need to anticipate before that happens that this is going to happen, and what can I do about it? You will know from writing down the date and the time. And then the level of anxiety. Level anxiety is 0 to 10. 0 is no anxiety whatsoever. You are happy, all is right with the world, all right? But then there's a 10. 10 is complete loss of control. Okay? A 10 is I'm going to tear my hair out, rip my clothes off, run screaming down the street naked. Okay, that is how bad a 10 is. Loss of control. If you are in that loss of control state, you're probably not sitting down with your journal. All right, so don't sit there and you're calmly controlling yourself. Say that you're a 10 and you can't control yourself. You will start to recognize a 10 is the matches. A 10 is you throwing things. A 10 is you jumping out of cars in the middle of an argument. That's a 10. Okay. Really above and beyond the things that make you look back and like, ooh, I cannot believe that oh, I had a 10 where I almost hit my husband with a car. All right. That was my 10. My neighbor saw it too and still joked with me about it. Joke with himself because they saw me do it. They said me and you almost hit him with the car. And they said to him, okay, what you do? So to this day, they will still bring that up. I was at a 10. I was losing control of myself. So make sure you're writing that down on a regular basis. And go back and review your journal. Through it, you will find answers to things in your journal. You will find out you've asked the same question 100 times, and you keep expecting a different answer from it. There's all sorts of good stuff you can learn just from your journal. So sit down with it. 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening, right before you go to bed. It'll help you with your day. It'll help you be able to go sleep that day. So all the way around, a great day. All right. Next thing, always, I'm always going to tell you is to be grateful. Okay, can we be grateful together? I want you all to think about things making you happy. Like Christina, she's been spending all the time she's getting married in October. All of this stuff happened to her. And she is healing and she's getting to the point where they are getting married right now. That's good. Crazy Thursday. That's some good things to be grateful for. Just because this pain has happened to you does not mean that good things will not continue to grace your life. You will always get some good, even though you're existing in the bad right now. What you need to do is pay attention to the good. You need to be waking up every single morning, and the first thing on your mind is not, oh, he hurt me so bad. What can I be grateful for this morning? What am I grateful for first thing popping up, waking up this morning? And start to list those things every single day, if you go to that place first before you go her to bed, you have reset in the night while you were asleep. Okay. If you go to that grateful place first, that will keep you lifted a little bit long enough for you to keep control over your emotions and possibly feel better that day. Okay. If you are still stuck, if you are still struggling with the feelings, and they're overwhelming you on a regular basis, very much try being grateful. Okay. And that's what I do Thirsty Thursday. I want to hear the good stuff that is going on in your lives. The bad stuff, of course, I hear about that all the time, but I want to hear the good things that are happening with you. And I want to remind you to be looking for those things. So, I got Thirsty Thursday, of course. First of all, Christina, wonderful. I'm so glad you were having a good time getting ready to get married. I love a wedding. Oh, I love a wedding. I just performed a wedding. Not this past weekend. Yeah, this past, no, not this past weekend, the weekend before. Just performed a wedding. I love a wedding. Oh, love it. Love to do it. I love to see everybody's friends and family really happy. Allergy, sorry. Okay, I'm good now. Turn my little fan on. Maybe that will help. I was outside. That's what it was. Mm. Man, outside at the lacrosse match. Yeah. Mm. Sorry about that. Allergies. Okay. So Caroline said for her Thirsty Thursday, she said, I started back at the gym this week. That's a wonderful thing. Got my eyebrows done. I know that's right. And I'm going to get my nails done today, making sure I am continuing to look after me. We also got a camping the other day. We're going away as a family in it this weekend. That is awesome. All of that, Caroline, all of that. Love all the self care. Absolutely. That is always one of my favorite things to hear that you are focused on doing your self care, that you're taking care of yourself. It's not a crisis for you to take care of. People always try and wait, try and say, oh, well, he should be the one taking care of me, or other people should be the one taking care of me. But you are the one that knows all the things that make you feel good. You work with that. Him make you feel good. Getting your eyebrows done, getting your nails done, feeling cute. That's good stuff that you can do for you that is going to make you feel better. We need to get all power and control that we possibly can in this situation. So anything that you can do all on your own is super important for you to do. Oh, and the camper. We're gonna rent a camper. We keep talking about it. We keep looking at videos online. That looks like fun. I want to go do that. So one of these days we're gonna get a camper. We're gonna go camp out for a weekend. Never been camping. I was a cool, so never been camping. My husband has never been camping, and he's like, I need bathroom facilities. It's like, dude, really, seriously. People were camping before we had bathrooms. You could do it, but he wants to make sure that he is getting the full glamping experience. So, at least we got the camper. Yeah. All right. Excellent. That's all I got for Thirsty Thursday. Every week, just let me know. Okay. All right. And then the last thing, the very last thing that I want you to know, that I want you to be doing for yourself as you're trying to heal after this infidelity is to stop asking all those questions. I know you want to hear about it. I know that your brain is screaming at you that you should be answering all these questions for me if you want me to heal. Your brain is tricking you, okay? Your brain keeps telling you this is going to help you heal. It is not. It is just so your brain can collect enough evidence so that as you start to try and heal, it can throw these facts into your head and make it so that you don't go forward with your healing. Your brain doesn't want you to heal. Your brain wants you to be sad and it wants you to hide. Okay, it wants you to curl up in on yourself and not connect because connecting is what had to make this happen in the first place. If you hadn't been connected to him, then none of this would have happened. And so that's what your brain thinks. Oh, well, we got to sever that connection. We got to cut that off. So here, let's keep asking all of these devastating questions that she hates to have answers to, but let's tell her that that is how she's going to heal. And then she keep asking the questions, and then that will keep making her further and further away from him. That is the plan. That is what your brain is doing. So let's not follow along with the plan, okay? Your brain wants you to be happy, but it also doesn't care about other people. You are the only one that matters. So your brain, it's okay to sacrifice somebody that you love in order to make you safe. But the thing is, that doesn't make you safe. That just makes you lonely. That doesn't make it so that all this pain goes away. It makes it so that you don't have anybody to share your time with. So let's not listen to our brains and these autopilot things that it's got going on. Let's stop ourselves from asking those awful, awful questions and get to some better questions. So instead of asking, how long were you together? Did you tell her that you loved her? Did you have sex in this, that, or the third position? All of that stuff. You don't need to know. All of those details, they're people for you, okay? And they don't help you to heal. People feel like, oh, well, I have to know exactly what I'm forgiving. I don't think you need to. Okay, your imagination has already exploded with all the possibilities of the things that could go wrong. You know the worst case scenario in your brain. Just without digging all into it and finding out the answers for real, just assume the worst. Whatever it is that your brain wants you to say it is, assume that that's the thing, and don't ask any of those questions. If you can help yourself, don't ask any of them. I know that people have a very hard time with that, so you start down that path. If you see yourself starting down that path, stop yourself. Do not continue to ask questions. That is not the healing path. That's the path where you start getting lost in the woods. Okay, you are wandering off the healing path into the woods when you start asking questions. So instead of those questions, try these. This is the end. That's what the name of this game is. The end. And it is the healing edition. That's what I've got. There's a ton of different ones, but there's like for parents and children. There's long-term relationships. Whatever, doesn't matter. This is all available on Amazon, and it's 199 questions about healing your relationship. Isn't that better than asking questions that are destructive to your relationship? So instead of asking those terrible questions that you're going to suffer for knowing the answers to, let's think of some better ones. So I'm going to share a couple with you. Well, let me know. You got questions from me after this. This says, in what ways do you believe in me? And that wouldn't that be a lovely thing to ask? Wouldn't that be a much better question for you to ask than anything about the affair? Wouldn't that be? And telling you the ways that he believes in you, the things that make him believe in you. That's the person who loves you. The person who believes in you is the person who loves you. Okay, so you don't have to worry so much about the does he love me? You think this question about believing. Okay, it all connect together. Your question. Oh, that's the wrong question. You can do that. If you could give me only one piece of advice, what would it be? And why? You could give me only one piece of advice, what would it be and why? Give me only one piece of advice, what would it be and why? What do you say? What's the one piece of advice you would give him? That's a good question too. And why do you think I am in this relationship? That's a good see, look. Ask him that. That's a good question. Why do you think I'm in this relationship? Why do you think I am in this relationship? That's a good thing to sit down and discuss. You don't know. He might think that you're in a relationship for completely different reasons than you think you're in a relationship. Now we have uncovered something. We are starting to talk. We are starting to connect. That's what it is. When you're asking those questions, your brain is saying, "Oh, you'll heal from this." But what it really is you want to connect. You want to be close again. You want to ask each other things and able to connect with one another. So that's a much better way to connect with each other instead of asking questions about the affair, things that are painful, things that are triggering, things that will start a screaming match. Instead of that, ask your questions, positive questions, healing questions. All right. All right. Let's see what else. What else? So those are the basics. Those are the things that I tell you every single solitary day. I'm always going to tell you because you have power here. I want you to be exercising all the power that you do have instead of waiting to be saved. Okay, you are the main character here. You're doing the saving. Okay, nobody is saving you. Not this person that you love, even though, even though they're the even though you love them deeply, even though they love you deeply, they are not going to be the one to heal you because you don't even trust them. You don't even trust them right now. You have to be the person that heals yourself, and then the relationship can move forward. All right, let's see. Caroline, give me a question over here too. Answer that real quick. Any advice on how to stop over dramatizing everything? Almost every time he does something that upsets me, I think, what's the point? Why am I staying? Exactly. That is saying that you're not really healing right now. Caroline. That's what that is. If all it always feels that, well, I could just be gone. I could just leave. You haven't made the decision. Your decision is the very first thing on the healing. You have to make the decision and you have to stand strong in that decision. You have to even talk to your brain about that decision on a regular basis. No, no, brain, you forgot. I made the decision that this is still my beloved. I want to be with him. We are going to be together. Okay? It is not just every time you piss me off. What's the point? Why have I stayed? And the thing is, he's gonna do things that annoy you. All right. That doesn't mean were those things that you were going to leave him over. You wanted to leave him over before he cheated. No, it's only because of the cheating that makes it bad in your head. That makes it so bad that you're like, oh, I can just walk out. So remember that okay, the cheating, the trauma is coloring your opinion. It is changing your opinions about what was would have been normal, something regular every day that you're like, oh, whatever, let that roll on my back, becomes this huge hill that you want to die on just to prove a point because he hurt you so bad with cheating. And we gotta recognize that. That's the whole thing. You are recognizing, you understand that that's what you're doing. Okay, you're knowing that you're over dramatizing it. It's too much. You're doing too much. Go back to the basics of telling your brain, hey, this is the person I have chosen. I have chosen them. I love them. That's why I'm staying. Every single solitary time your brain is like, why am I staying? What's the point? I chose this person because I love this person. That's the point. I love them. And I am staying that mindset. I am chosen because I love them to stay. And that is a perfectly reasonable thing to do. Every time your brain is overreacting like that, catch it. Understand that that's what's happening. Journal about it a little bit. I am freaking out. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. And I'm like, why am I trying to stay? But I know why I'm staying. I'm staying because of these reasons. You have that written down in your journal. That's an excellent thing. The reasons why you stayed in the first place. This is the person that I love. For me, he was the person. The person. He just was. He was the person that I felt like I could be myself with. I never really felt. I felt like I had to kind of fake it. I felt like I kind of had to mask and be somebody a little different than who I was with everybody else I dated. With him, from the moment I first spoke to him, I got to be myself and he understood myself. I didn't feel like I was like, freaking him out because I'm a weird girl. But I wasn't freaking him out with my conversation. He was catching on. He understood the words that I was using because I can use vocabulary. But he understood exactly what I was talking about. He just let me be myself and he appreciated myself. That is the reason I loved him. That's the reason why. It's worked out. It was not, that is because of him, but it's because of how he treated me, because of how he made me feel. So you need to write that down. Write that down in your journal. Why? Why are you making this decision? So that every time your brain is like, why am I saying? You got evidence. You can go back to your journal and be like, hold on, wait a minute. I got an answer for that. You say, why am I saying? Okay, I am saying because he's an excellent father and he's a good person. He's a great friend and he's everybody that thinks that loves him and he treats me well. Yes, this was wrong. Yes, it was. But he had to have treated you pretty well for you to want to be with him in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that he did this big thing wrong, but he had to be pretty well for you to really want to be with him. So it's every time that thought comes up in your head, you go back in your journal and be like, hey, I know. I know exactly what I'm here. I know exactly what it is. This person I love. Sex is fantastic. We are, we have a house together. We have a whole family, a whole future that I'm looking forward to together. We're going to have grandkids. This is the person. And write that down and remind yourself of that every time your brain is like, oh, well, what's the point? Why am I saying? Because he's the person. That's what it is. And even though your brain is mad about you saying, it will calm down. It will. It will calm itself down. It will get itself together. It will not continue to make you have a hard time about this, but you got to put your foot down. That's why the decision is the first thing in the dream swarm, because you have to make that decision and then stick with that decision every time your brain is like, oh, I'm worried. Oh, I'm nervous. No, no, no. I've already made this decision. I've already made this decision that I'm saying. I know that that is the case. So all this humming and hawing, and, oh, I don't know if I should stay, or why am I staying? That's pointless. I've already made that decision. We're past that part. You know, and when you are firm with your brain and tell it what you want it to do, it will do what you tell it to do. But if you're just letting it run wild with its own thoughts, then it's going to over dramatize everything. It's going to say that everything is going to leave, and it's not. Okay. You all let me know if that makes sense. Let me know. Let me know if I sound crazy. No, I absolutely love to hear when you're telling me that I'm crazy. All right. Over here. See any posts over there? No questions. I know I saw some questions in the group though. Hold on a second. Just stick with that decision. If you can start with that, just stick with your decision that you're going to do this. And then that's the thing that helps a ton with your friends and family and everything that are not being supportive of you is you coming through and saying, no, 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 I have made this decision. I know I have weighed out the pros and cons. I have thought about it. Yes, I am hurt, but I'm still making this decision. And I need you all to support me in that. And you should ask them for that. And people that want to have an opinion, okay, all right, you want to have an opinion. Does it matter what my opinion is? If it doesn't matter to you what my opinion is, then I'm worried about yours. If you are really somebody who loves me, who's caring about me, and not just reacting to your own fear for you in that situation, because a lot of times that's what happens. They'll come across and be like, "Oh, you shouldn't do that. You should be afraid. He's going to treat you so badly," because they're afraid. Okay, and because of their own experience, their speech in their head, they will be trying to encourage you not to stay. And you don't need that. You need people who are going to be supportive of you. So when you make that decision and then you come through and you tell everybody that that is your decision, if you've already told other people about this happening, you say, look, I have already made this decision. I know what I want. This is what I want. I need you to back me on it. I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care if you're frustrated. I don't care if you're scared. I get that. I'm scared myself. However, it is still a choice that I'm making. I need you to back me up. So if you can make the decision, you're much stronger insisting that other people support your decision. If you keep on going back and forth on the decision, then that gives you some wiggle room and say, oh, maybe I don't really want to stay. And then start backing away and not healing because you're giving yourself that inner out. Don't even go through that. Go ahead and tell yourself right from the giddy up that you are going to heal, and that's what you're going to do. You are going to be honey no matter what, and you put your foot down, and then let that carry through the rest of the day. Sheena Little, hi. She Shanar? Oh, okay, Shanar. How you doing? Talking healing path. All right, let's see. I remember asking yesterday, I didn't get a chance to answer a couple of questions. So, what are your opinions about being open with going through your partner's phone after we found out that they've been unfaithful? Should everything be open on the table for me to look at, or should we move on and trust his word that it won't happen again? We both made mistakes in this relationship, and him being unfaithful and abusive. I think we've come to a really good understanding of why our past made us this way. We're taking healthy space apart right now, and I honestly don't want to be looking through this stuff anymore, wondering if he's cheating. I just want to put my energy 100% into making this work. And whoever that group member is, I fully support you on that. 100% into making it work, not 90% into making it work and 10% into looking for something to go wrong. That is the main thing that throws people off. Because of the trauma, your body reacts in a way that says, I am going to look for more pain. I'm going to scan the environment. I'm always looking for things that might cause me to be in this pain again. Okay. It's the same way that we are afraid of, like, if you're afraid of spiders and you see a spider in your room, you keep looking to check where it is. You may not even try and kill it, but you want to know where it is at all times. That's the same thing. Going through their phone, looking for everything that they're saying to their friends, to their family. That is an invasion of privacy. I understand that people have been. I think since everybody has cell phones now, women have gotten on the bandwagon of feeling like, oh, it's fine for me to invade his privacy that way, and he shouldn't have privacy with me anyway. That is abusive. Okay, that mindset that, oh, he shouldn't have any privacy from me at all is abusive. Okay, if a guy did that to a girl, no, girl, you can't have any privacy when it comes to me. Everything that you have has to be an open book to me. I have to be able to read all your conversations with your friends, you and your mother. You can't have anything that is your personal space. That's abusive. You would be afraid in a situation like that, or you should be. You should be considerate if somebody is trying to criticize that person over you. If you are trying to do that to another person, it's a decent thing to do. Don't do it. All right. Having their phones open. If you have not, you seem like the group member that asked that seems like they're trying to move forward or trying to get to a better place, and so they're not really stuck. And I think that looking at the phone makes you stuck. It means that, okay, if I'm worried that there's something in there and I open look and I flip through it and I don't find anything, now my brain is like, well, okay, I didn't find anything this time. And then you have to deal with your brain being like, well, you need to check it again. Maybe you're hiding it. Maybe you're just stupid. Maybe you just can't figure it out now. Maybe you can't find the stuff now. And now you have to check again. And then your brain is ramping you up to check, and then you check, and there's nothing. And now the same cycle has started over and over again. It's no good for you. It's not good for you in the state of trauma to be constantly looking for something wrong. All right. We need to be looking for all the good things instead of all the bad things. You can see bad things extraordinarily well when you're under trauma. You can see the bad things just like that. But the good things you have to look for, you have to try and search for them. And it is when you are going in their phone, you are intentionally saying, I think that there's something bad in here. I am looking for the bad. And the problem with that is this is just the law of the universe, the law of attraction. You may or may not believe in it, but I do. And the law of attraction states whatever you are thinking about, whatever you are focusing your attention on, is what the universe will serve you. So if you are consistently looking in their phone, looking for evidence that they're cheating, The universe is going to be like, oh, that's what she wants. She wants some evidence. Hold on, let me give her something. Let's make sure that that's what it is. Oh, she really wanted to see that he was cheating. Here's some messages. Here's some things from months ago that'll make you feel uncertain and make you feel unsure. And now you're arguing again with your honey. So I truly believe that we bring about what we think about. And you got to be very careful about that. Your words are important. The words that you speak, especially the words that you continuously repeat in your brain, are especially so for you. They may not be bad for anybody else, but they're bad for you if they're all negative. So you need to be focusing on making the best of this person, and I need to check on them. If they were being unfaithful again, I would find out. It would be revealed to me, and it would be revealed to me quite easily, quite fast. I am not going to worry about checking behind him for this. All right, does that make sense? You all let me know. If I know it's a hard thing to do, I know it is, but I don't want you checking through each other's phones. I don't want you to do that. It is a bad habit to start, and it's a terrible habit to have to break. All right, and it makes you feel crappy too. Do you feel good looking through his phone? No, you don't. You feel like crap. You are anxious as you are looking through it, and then you find nothing, and then you feel sick to your stomach, or you find like just one comment or something out of the ordinary, or I just one random thing that doesn't prove anything, but now you're sick because you think that thing means something. Don't do it to yourself. All right. If you both made your own mistakes, do your thing. Go ahead. Everybody makes mistakes. Let's just move on past this one. So I'm fully with you on that one. I think that that's a great idea. Whoever that is, group member, I posted it anonymously, but I think it is a fabulous idea to put all your energy into healing, to be better again, loving, opening up to each other. Put your focus on that. All right. Let's see. Oh, this was a good one too. I was going to answer yesterday. So looking for some advice, very unpopular opinion, but when I date, I don't like to go away on holidays or anything without them. I like them to always accompany me and get and such. I've always been great. I've also never been the type to like girls' weekends or anything. My friend is planning with the friend group, boys and girls, a holiday in a few months, somewhere in the same state. And I asked my partner if he's interested in going, and he's not that keen. And he'll come if I really want to go, but I tell my friend that I don't feel comfortable going without him, as I wouldn't like it if he went away without me either. It's just how I am, and I felt a bit judged. Is anyone else like this? Like they like to go everywhere with their partner and prefer it like that. I absolutely prefer everywhere with my honey. I do. I absolutely do. But you're not coming at it from a healthy place. And I think that's why she's judging it because you're saying that the reason that you don't want to go without him is not just because you just don't want to be without him. It is because you wouldn't like it if he went away without you. That's coming at it from just an unhealthy place. That I think is what your friend is having an issue with. That you're not coming at it from a healthy place, and then you're saying that everywhere you go, you have to drag them along. What if your friends just want to hang out with you? Like they don't ever get to have you alone? That seems unfair to your friends. That every now and again we can all just get together as the group of friends for the relationships and go out and do something and have fun together. Like, it's a little getaway. It's not gonna be. You're not gonna be gone for months. It's gonna be like a weekend, 4 days or so, whatever. Okay, go and do things with your friends. You need to do that. You're not being a good friend if you're not doing that on a regular basis. If you're making and you're like, and when I date, so it's everybody that you date, you have to drag along with you to the friend thing. And they don't necessarily belong in the friend thing. We have got to work on being independent and having our own lives, having stuff that we do all on our own that our mates are not privy to. They are not involved in. They don't have to along, they don't have to go with to make you feel comfortable. So I understand wanting them to come. I love going places with my baby. I love it. But if you're coming out as, oh, I just wouldn't like it if he went away, so I'm going to make sure that I never go away without him so he can't do that, that's ridiculous. That is not how people start. So I think we need to back that up a little. I'm not saying that you're wrong for wanting to spend time with them, but if it's like a friend's trip and it's not for you and your kids, for your friends, give your friends a chance to see you without having to entertain your kid or losing you to him. Like you go off on this trip, and as soon as he wants to go back up to the room, you're gone, and then they're still having fun and hanging out, and they get to miss you because because you want to hang out with him more. So yeah, I don't want you to be in an unhealthy. I don't want you to be doing like codependent, unhealthy things. It's a little codependent. It's a little unhealthy. I want you to have your own friends and do your own thing, and don't feel like he has to always go with you. Because if you're just doing it because you don't trust him, then that's not a healthy relationship either. That is just, oh, I gotta act. You're like a kid. I gotta drag around with you with everything that I do because I can't trust you to be by yourself, and that's not a positive way to go about your relationship. Okay? Does that make sense? Y'all let me know. That sounds crazy. Hmm, let's see. Let's see if I can find one more. Anybody is here, give me questions if you got them. Oh, Angela! You didn't notice I was on. I came in late because my son had a cross game, but he didn't end up getting to play. I thought he was going to be goalie this. Right? He didn't end up getting to play, but I didn't come until 9, so we're getting the grandbaby to bed. Oh, it's so beautiful. Isn't that good stuff? I love it. I can't wait to have some grandbaby. My daughter's like my oldest two, my stepdaughter and my oldest daughter. Both are like, nah, not having any kids anytime soon. My son, he's bored. He's like, yeah, I'm having a bunch of kids, but he's still in high school. He's like, not yet. So I gotta wait on the grandbabies. Wait. All right, let's see. You all got let me know. Let's see. I don't want to get too long and in depth. We're almost at the end here. Oh, I don't know. We got a couple more minutes left. Well, let me do a rundown of the dreams formula real quick since I was talking about that. Dreams formula. First thing is your decision. You are making this decision. You're not making this decision to anybody else. You are the one that needs to make it. You cannot say, oh, well, I'll decide to stay if he treats me this way or the third. No, that does not work. You have to make your decision. I'll make his decision to stay until the kids are older. Mm-mm. No, don't do it for the kids. Don't put this on your children. Don't blame them for you staying in this relationship. If you want to stay, you stay. Don't say that you're staying just for your children. That's me. Don't put that on them. That's too much weight to put on kids. Okay? And then later on, you'll be like, oh, I can't believe I made this horrible decision. People who stay for the children are always miserable until the children get out of school. So don't do that to yourself, okay? All right. So that's the D. That's the important part. Make your own decision. The R for the dream formula is recognizing and then overcoming the fear speech. Fear speech is all the stuff that is going on in your head, all that chatter that happens in your head that says, oh, he doesn't really love me. And what if he does this again? And I can't deal with this if he cheats on me again. All of that is fear speech. And then you will see in the group, especially, and the people that you talk to in your day to day life, you will hear that fear echoed back at you from other people. So the fear speech is internal and external. Okay? It's going to come from the people around you because guess what? They are terrified of being cheated on too. They've probably been cheated on and they know that it hurts. They don't want that to happen again. And they don't want it to happen to you. So they're going to tell you, no, you should run. Don't be with this person. Don't love them anymore. And it's all from fear. All right. And the problem with that is if you are behaving in a fearful way and doing what fear tells you to do, you are not behaving in a loving way and you are not going to get love back like that. So if you're constantly acting out of the fear, you are asking for more fear in your life. You are not going to get more love. You're not going to get more understanding. That's not what you're asking for. So be very aware of that fear speech, of those fears being echoed back at you. Recognize that it's fear and say, okay, fear says back away. All right. So if the fear says back away, that means love says get closer. Okay. If the fear says, oh, he's not worthy, love says he is. The fear says you're not worthy. The love says he thinks I am. Okay. So you need to be focusing on that. You need to be working on paying attention to not letting the don't do what the fear says. Then we've got the E, which is evaluating the why. Why did this happen? And everybody's got the why. Everybody's got the call of the why. You want to know why? Why did this happen? Why did he do this to me? Why me? And the simple explanation for why is that hurt people. That's the whole thing. Your mate was probably experiencing one of three types of pain. He was either sick, sad, or stupid, or a combination of all three. And stupid isn't necessarily what you think. Sick is everything that can happen to your physical body. You can have mental illness, you have physical illness, you have addiction, all those types of things. That all falls under the category of sickness. And if you are sick, you do the wrong things. Yeah, I was a nurse for 20 years. When people are sick, they don't do the right thing. They do not. So, okay, you gotta understand that about them. And they're sad. Sad is just a loss of some kind. All love ends in grief. And so, love for yourself can end in grief. That love for yourself, like, oh, I'm gonna do all of the things, and then you get to a certain age and you look at yourself and you say, ah, damn, I haven't done the things, and then you feel grief because you loved the idea of doing the things, but then didn't get to do the things, and now you feel like you failed in some way. So there's some grief with that. Grief of not being who you wanted to be, not having a relationship work out the way you wanted it to, and real like physical grief of a lost family member. All that type of stuff is painful and causes people to do things that they shouldn't do. Then there is stupid. Stupid is not what you think it is. Hey Taylor, see you over on Instagram. Stupid is not what you think it is. Stupid is the things that we are told about being in relationships. Okay, men are told some crap about being in relationships. Women are told crap about being in relationships. Um, Men are told, "Oh, you got a girlfriend? Well, why don't you have two or three of them?" Oh, if they're 17 and they haven't had sex, well, what's wrong with you? You should be having sex with lots of girls. It's kind of toxic the way that they're taught about being in relationships. And then, of course, there's the if your dad cheated on mom cheated on dad, all of that type of stuff. It's stupid things that we see as we're growing up that affect our relationships as we get older. So we've got to recognize that the stupid things, okay, we gotta stop doing those. All right. So six, sad, and stupid, those are the reasons they could be doing that. And try it's not about not letting them do this again. It's not about them not cheating again when you evaluate this why. It is you've already decided that you want to be with this person. So you've got to find some compassion for the thing that they did to hurt you so bad. You've got to understand that there was something going on with them that was painful inside them that caused them to think that hurting you, causing you pain was bad. That was a good idea. So now you have that compassion because you know about what their pain was. We got the E. Other dreams formula, then there is the A, that's allowing the healing to happen. You gotta let down the walls. You gotta stop talking about it. You gotta stop poking him in the eye every time things are starting to calm down and he's talking to you normally and you're like, but what about that bitch? Hey, you gotta allow the healing to happen, okay? You cannot continue to go back into the past and think that you're gonna heal. And then you're gonna expect him to fix you're intentionally hurting yourself going back to the bath. So we've got to allow that healing to happen. We got to start having good sex again. We got to start hugging and kissing again. We got to wear our rings. We got to do the things that show that we are in a relationship that we're happy to be in. Okay, that's allowing the healing to happen. Then there is M, which is managing those future feelings. Yes, you're gonna have triggers. Even if you have made your decision and you are doing really, really well, it's always when you're doing really well that triggers pop up on you, okay? You're going to have triggers. The triggers do not mean that you are not supposed to be together. The triggers just mean that you are still processing the trauma, getting through it, getting past it. There was something that happened inside that trigger that reminded you of that previous pain. It does not mean that that pain still exists. It just reminded you of it. Okay, so you got to come up with a plan. What am I going to do? Things like that pop up, and his phone goes off, or when he wants to go out with his friends. How am I going to handle that? What am I going to do about that trigger? Instead of asking him to fix it, what can I do to fix it for myself? And if you can get a good plan, think of things that trigger you, get like three good things that trigger you on a regular basis, and come up with your own plan that only involves you doing something to make yourself feel better. You're going to have a much easier time relating to him a little bit later, and he's going to want to help you more because you are showing that I'm willing to work on my own stuff. I am willing to figure out, okay, yes, this is triggering me, and work on something that will help me stop being triggered on my own. And he sees that, and he's like, damn, she's so strong. Let me help her. Let me do something nice for her and make sure that she can get through this easier because she's working so hard. Right? And then, of course, there's the S. The S is for support. You got to seek some support, okay? You got to get somebody who will be on your side about this. Not somebody who's going to give you a hard time and be like, why are you still with him? I don't understand. They don't have to understand. As long as they go ahead and agree with you and back you, all right, fine. That's great. You don't have to get all in depth in it, why I'm saying and all that. Just understand that you are my person that's going to help me with this, and I am staying. So support me on that, back me on that, and we can get through this. But the thing is, it's very hard to find people like that because a lot of people are dealing with that fear. They get that fear speech from outside too, and tons of women have been cheated on, and so then they come back and react to you in these traumatized ways, and acting in the trauma does not heal you. Doing what the trauma says doesn't heal you. It just makes you feel worse. It takes you deeper into the hole. So instead of doing that, you can come to me. You can come and get support from me because I am totally on your side. I believe that this is the right person for you. You have made good choices in who you wanted to be with. I don't believe that you were stupid. I don't believe that you were just so blind that you didn't recognize that this person was all for you. I don't think that at all. I think that you made a good decision. I think that they made a poor one. Okay? And that doesn't mean that they're not worthy to be loved anymore. It doesn't mean that you have to step away. It doesn't mean any of that. You can choose to move forward with your relationship anyway. Right? So I'm gonna support you. So if you need some support, go ahead and message me because I want to help you get past this trauma. I want to get you talking about it with somebody other than him instead of beating him over the head with him. Talk to me. All right. I know how to fight this monster. Okay. I got a sword on deck. I will get back to back with you and fight your monsters with you. I will. Just let me know that you need me, and I got you. Okay. All right. So that's about it for today. I had just Any other questions, comments, thoughts, complaints? Are there, let me know. Any other questions, comments, thoughts, anything that you want to share with me? So it doesn't even matter because I will be back again next week, Thursday. Eastern Standard Time should be 8 p.m. I don't think I got anything going on Thursday. There's no case scheduled for Thursday. All right, y'all. So we'll come to again. Real quick word about affirmations. Have you been doing your affirmations? Have you been saying good things about yourself? Have you not been doing that? Affirmations are whatever you repeat to yourself. You can have bad affirmations, okay? You don't have to have just good ones. You can have negative ones. I want you to focus on making yourself say good affirmations. Say positive things to yourself. Wake up first thing in the morning, look yourself in the mirror, and tell yourself something gorgeous. Tell yourself something exquisite about yourself and try and believe it. All right? Get that record of you looking into your eyes saying it. Your brain now has that as a record. I saw her say this wonderful thing about herself. All right, I guess that's what she really needs. Anything that you affirm will be an affirmation. So if you choose negative ones, that's what will stick. All right, so you need to be working very hard on the positive. Okay. All right, so let me give you an affirmation for today or for the whole week. This one says, today I am persistent. Gotta be persistent. Gotta be persistent in your dream formula. Gotta be persistent in your decision. Gotta be persistent in pursuing your healing. Gotta be persistent in doing your deep breathing, doing your journaling, making sure that you're doing the things that will help you to heal. Gotta be persistent. This one says, today I am persistent. Today nothing will stop me from accomplishing my goals. Nothing will stand in the way of my happiness. Ooh, I love that. It gives me chills. Today I am persistent. Nothing will stop me from accomplishing my goals. Nothing will stand in the way of my happiness. Today I am persistent. Today nothing will stop me from accomplishing goals. Nothing will stand in the way of my happiness. Excellent affirmation for this week. Stick this out. I am persistent. You are consistently doing things that will get you towards your goals. You're sticking to the healing path. That's how you need to do it. All right, y'all. So that's about it. Any other questions, comments? You good? You know I'm here for you. If you have any that you can squeeze in this hour, go ahead and message me. Um, but I think that's about it for right now. So until next time, do not do what the fear tells you to do. Okay? Make sure that you are paying attention to the love and not the fear. Do what the love says and not what the fear says. And I love you. And I'm so, so proud of you for doing this, for working your way out of this type of trauma. I think that that is an excellent thing. I think that is one of those things that makes women so remarkable on this planet is the fact that we can heal from this type of stuff. We can get past this and move forward and have great times in the future. All right. We don't have to keep suffering. So I don't want you to suffer anymore. If you are suffering, message me, let me know. I will get some time on my calendar to talk to you, and we will get you out of the suffering. Okay. All right, y'all. That is about it. Thanks so much for joining me this hour for the Healing Hour Live. I will be back again next week, Thursday, Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. For the Healing Hour Live. Bye, y'all. Bye, Instagram. You're so welcome, Taylor. Thank you for coming. Message me if you need me now. All right. And Facebook